Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football, back here at the Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention. We are here with the head coach of the Hightower Hurricanes out of Fort Bend ISD, Coach Cornelius Anthony. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes to chat with us.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate you having me.
You know, you make your way to the convention hall here, and you know that football season is right around the corner. When you get here and you get back to Hightower on Wednesday, is it kind of one of those deals, your juices are flowing, you're just ready to go?
Most definitely. This is, like you said, this is the indicator every year that it's about to go down. So I'm extremely excited about this upcoming season, and you know, this is the start of it.
When you get back, do you guys still have more strength and conditioning, or do you kind of phase that out and get ready for the freshmen to report?
Well, typically we phase it out, but we lost a week due to Hurricane Beryl.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep going with the strength and conditioning. You know, can't skimp on that, and make sure we get that last weekend and then phase into our practices.
Gotcha. And you know, obviously you guys did spring football, I'm assuming, right?
We did not.
No, okay.
We did not.
You get to start a little bit early. What went into that decision this year? Was it just you know, a little more youthful team? Did you want to have more time in the fall to kind of get them ready, have that extra scrimmage?
So for me, I have a ton of guys. I encourage, you know, guys running track. If you're playing baseball, I have a lot of guys that have a second sport.
Sure.
And so, you know, I don't think, me personally, it's fair for me to have spring ball. And I know if I have spring, then they're going to miss their practice, track practice or baseball practice, to make sure that they practice, you know, for football. And so I just, when it's in the spring, I let them play and participate in their spring sports, and then we just get it cranked up earlier in the summer, which I'm all good with that.
And did you guys get an 8 or 9 team district in UIL realignment this time?
We got a 8-team district.
But you know, that extra scrimmage is almost like an extra non-district game, right?
Yes, it is.
You get to do a lot of evaluation at second scrimmage, right?
Yes, it is. And so I love it. Ever since I've been a head coach, I've never had spring.
Okay.
And so that's just how we do it at Hightower.
Gotcha. Okay. Looking at it, and you guys have been successful doing it.
Yep.
You know, you guys have made the regional finals 2 of the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I think was maybe the 12-2. Mm-hmm. You take Summer Creek to the mat in that regional final game, and that was a game I was at, and it was a nip and tuck game the whole way, and a heartbreaking loss for you. And you know, every coach handles those late, and I think the losses hurt more the deeper you go in the playoffs.
Most definitely.
You lose in the first round of the playoffs. You know, you're upset, but you're like, okay, it's fine. You get so close, and you play a close game,
right?
And everybody kind of has a different way of, you know, for you personally, how long is it? You know, how long does it take you to kind of get over, you know, a playoff loss? Are you a 1 week guy, or do you need after Christmas and don't even look at football until Christmas is over with?
Yes, that's me, and I'm the type of person. I have a good memory, you know, and stuff like that just motivates me. So sure. Even though it's a new season, that's still in the back of my mind. It's the thing that motivates me to want to even do better, to improve, and just to have that sense of urgency to make sure that we don't ever feel like that again.
Sure. Is it one of those deals for you being a competitor, the competitor that you are? Is it more, do you hate losing more than you love winning? Is that kind of a deal?
That's exactly, I expect to win in everything that I do.
Okay.
That's just kind of how I'm built, how I'm wired. That's probably how I was able to accomplish what I was able to accomplish as a player, being undersized and all this stuff. But I definitely enjoy, hate losing more than I enjoy winning, because to me, winning is just, that's what you're supposed to do. Right? That's the standard,
gotcha.
Yes.
You're looking at UIL realignment, and you know, for you guys, the district itself didn't change much. You know, I mean,
correct.
George Ranch went over to I think they're with the A-Leaf schools now, and so your district itself didn't have a lot of changes, but your playoff path changed a little bit. Was that a surprise? I mean, because you've been matching up with the Katy ISD schools in the first round. Now I think are you matched up with the A-Leaf George Ranch district?
Yes.
Okay. So for that, how big of a surprise? I mean, UIL always throws a surprise or two at us in realignment. For you guys, did that come as a big surprise? Were y'all scrambling a little bit? Or?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, you know, they're right around the corner. I'm just glad we don't have to see that red machine.
Yeah.
You know, getting out of Katy out of the first round. I think they're the third round now. So I think it's like you said, the A-Leaf district, and then it's actually the 23,
24.
Yeah,
the Pearland district, and then the Galveston district, I think.
Right. Yeah. So it's some, you know, we'll see them further down the line, but you know, it's good kind of not having to deal with that the first round.
Well, you talk about Katy, but I mean, the football on Katy ISD is really good. There's 3 always really good teams. So that first round, I mean, I remember looking there. There's been some great first-round matchups between Fort Bend ISD and
For
Katy
sure.
ISD.
For sure.
Really good football games early in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Looking at you guys, I thought you guys had a really good senior class, and like a lot of teams, you lose a strong senior class.
Right.
And so for you guys, it's not about rebuilding so much as it is reloading. So looking at your young guys coming in ready to step in, how excited are you, and who are some guys that you think we need to keep an eye on that maybe we don't know about just yet?
So, it's a great thing because, like you said, we're definitely reloaded. You got guys like Austin Bowen, who is a phenomenal running back, a guy who was behind Jeremy Payne for the past 3 years. He led it as a sophomore. When Jeremy got hurt, had almost 1,000 yards in 5 games. So he'll be able to, showcase who he is and what he can do. We were fortunate to get a move in, transfer from Pearland, LaDamian McDowell. And so he was an all-state running back. And so you
got 2 of them back there.
Yeah, we got 2 of them back there. We got Camden Emmanuel, our quarterback from Madison, moved in from Madison. And so Mike Amy, Kay Phillips. So we got a lot of.
Amy had the pick 6 in the Summer Creek game.
Yes,
right? Great player.
Safety.
He's a great player. Yeah.
He is ball hawk. Kay Phillips, corner / receiver. You got Ashford Landhart, who is going to be a senior, but he was behind Zion Kearney all these years, and now he gets to make a name for himself. So it's plenty of opportunity for guys to truly make a name for themselves, and I think these guys are extremely hungry because. A lot of people have written us off because we had such a strong senior class, and understandably so. But, the good thing is that's why you play the game. Herman would said it best. That's why you play the game. And so these guys want to prove that, yes, we had a great senior class, and they were good for us, but it's our time now. And so I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
The standard is still the same, right? You still expect to win, right?
Yes, sir.
The standard is the standard.
Standard is the standard.
Do you have an idea yet? You mentioned you got 2 really good running backs. What's your team's personality going to be in 2024? Do you have a feel for that just yet, or is it going to be you're going to need to see a couple of weeks of practice?
I will. It's really to be determined because Camden Emmanuel can sling it. He can definitely sling it. But when you have 2 studs out there, at running back, it's hard to not just hand the ball off.
Every defensive coordinator loves a good running game.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. But we have some great receiver, a great receiver core too. Another move in, we got Jordan Caldwell, slot receiver. He's going to be a senior. He's a great shifty guy. Came from Elkins, moved in over there with us, and so we got a lot of unproven guys who are chomping at the bit to showcase who they are and what they can do. And so honestly, as far as identity, it's to be determined. We'll see.
I know on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Anthony team is always going to be very fast, and you guys are going to play with a little bit of a physical mentality.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal, right?
That's the blueprint.
Physical.
Wrecking crew mentality.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach, you've been around some good teams, and you've been around some great teams in the past. From your perspective, what that margin between a good and a great team can be very slim at times, very small. From your perspective, what's the difference? What makes a great team? How do you go from being a good team to a great team?
So I think the difference is, of course, talent has to, that's a given, right? But I think the difference is the execution, the amount and the amount of execution, the lack of mental errors. Guys being able to, one of the things we always say and preach to our guys, if you do what we coach you to do, you will shine like stars. And so the teams that I've been a part of that are great, they might not even have as much talent, but they are teams where guys do exactly what we coach them to do. And when you do what we coach you to do, we spend a lot of time game planning and putting our players in position to be successful. And when they follow that game plan, when they execute and don't have any mental errors or mental lapses or anything like that, that is what takes a team from being good or average to great.
And you mentioned it, talk about the mental errors. I think as you get deeper in the playoffs, every round that you play further, your mistakes get magnified.
Yes.
Don't they? Because the other team gets a little bit better and they can take advantage of that, right?
Correct.
And so that's one thing I've taught the guys about is, you might be able to get away with some stuff in the first round of the playoffs, but you get after Thanksgiving,
right?
Those little mistakes can really haunt you.
They can beat you.
Yeah.
You can lose games that way. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference maker. I think that was the difference maker that caused us to miss out on a potential state championship run. Losing to Summer Creek was just a lot of small but huge small things that make a huge difference. Mental errors of people not necessarily executing or doing what we coached them to do, and just that small margin of error caused us a chance from making the game. But
sometimes kids, they hear coach say that, "Oh, coach don't know what he's talking about," or "Oh, it's not that big of a deal." But now the kids that are coming back, it's in real life practice, right?
Correct.
They can see it and they say, "Hey, that did cost us,"
They and you're exactly right, Matt. So it's funny. So this group that I have right now was my first group as freshmen.
So you've had them all the way through?
All 4 years.
Okay.
And so I truly believe that they have seen in the past 3 years that we've been together.
They've been in the regional final twice. Yeah.
Coach Anthony, he has a handle on this thing. He knows what he's talking about, and they trust. Unwaveringly trust everything that we say and what we put into everything. And so I think just from that alone is you're going to see a different brand of Hurricane football.
Final question for you, Coach. I've seen you're a proud Texas Aggie.
Yes.
You played for the Wrecking Crew.
Yes.
And you wear that very proudly.
Yes, I do.
I've seen some A&M coaches coming through, and they're here at coaching school. So I know there's a new day in College Station from your perspective as a former student, as a former player. How excited are you about Coach Elko and the team and what the outlook is in 2024?
Extremely excited. I'm very just chomping at the bit just to be able to see what he's going to do and what he's going to bring to Aggie football. And I know I speak for all the old Ags out there, man. We are desperate for just a great brand of football, and I think Coach Elko is the man to do it.
Do you go back? I know obviously during the season you're busy.
Yeah.
You got some things you got to attend to,
right,
for the guys wearing green and white.
Right.
But do you get to go back to College Station often and catch a game or go to practice during the off season?
Unfortunately, I don't, and the reason why it would lighten up now, but I got 4 kids of my own, so when I'm not taking care of my own team, I'm busy doing things for them with involved in their lives. But as I got one left, I got a son that's a sophomore. As he gets older, now he'll be able to come back with me and experience all those things with me.
We need to call Coach Elko during spring ball this year and see if we can get you up there for a practice or two.
I would love that.
Do you have anything left in the tank? You got a player or two left in the tank?
Oh, I definitely do.
You got a few reps?
I definitely do. It won't be a half or nothing, but I can give you a series.
There you go. There he is, Coach Cornelius Anthony, head coach of the Hightower Hurricanes. Coach, appreciate your time. Congrats on all the success there at Hightower. Good luck in 2024, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.